Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the OK Run Show. Second week in the row. Biggest streak we've been on all season long. We're back. We have 1 week of events to talk about instead
Let's
of
go.
last week's 3 weeks worth of content. But this was a big week. A lot of big performances, top to bottom. Sean has them pulled up. I'll let Sean kind of work on sharing his screen. We'll get
Yes.
into them.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Sean,
uh,
start us off with the women.
the women, Jordan Atkinson on the 100-meter dash is
11:53.
9:53. I think it's personal best.
Yeah, no surprise.
So I think this is her first, not her first meet, but we haven't seen a ton of her
We
this year.
have just not
Not
necessarily in like
100.
the 100. We've seen her
Yeah.
run some relays, like at the Deer
Yeah.
Creek meet.
Yeah.
We saw her run a 400 or two. We've seen her.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
has, I believe, run 100 so far, just not quite, obviously, to her full potential. 11:53, great work out of her. Nothing
Exactly.
too shocking there. She's, in my opinion, the number 100-meter girl in the state. Peyton Davis there in second. Your 2A, like Swiss Army knife, scoring potentially all of the points that she possibly can at 2A state.
Yeah. No doubt.
Anything else really sticking out to you on there in that girls 100 list? Anything? Any storylines?
Um, no, not really.
Not really. Moving on then.
200, Emery
Photo.
Lamone, I'm assuming is how you say
Mm-hmm.
her last name, from Hilldale, 24.89. I believe that's puts her at fifth in the state or fourth in the state, something like that. So,
Anytime you're under
uh,
25 is usually
yeah.
it's a big run.
And she's in 4A, I believe.
Photo, I believe, is 4A.
So she would go against Lincoln's top girl, but
Yes. So
yeah, it'd be as far as I know, it's only them two.
yeah, it's really just those two, especially in that class. If Poto is 3A, then hey, it's all hers. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
believe there's anybody there in 3A that's I guess Helen out of
Hmm.
Cassidy, who's quite good.
No
So
doubt. Yeah.
25 flat there. Peyton Davis again, 25 flat. Brown Jaslyn out of Douglas. That's 5A, 24.93. But moving on to the 400 meter for the women here. Probably the event of
Games 56. I
the
think that
year.
she's ran 56 like 5 billion times this season.
I believe so. She's run 56 in all. She's run 56 high, 56 low, 56 mid. She's run,
Yep.
let's see, a 55 or 57,
Yeah. We
preferably a
hope.
55, but
Yeah.
something else. Alyssa Little, Tulsa Union, formerly out of
58.
Broken Arrow,
Yeah.
58, 2. Cabry Boland out of Tonkawa, got a 2A. I believe they're 2A.
Huh.
2A girl
Eight.
under 60 seconds. Then a 3A girl out of Alva there, 58.72. Blake and Gaddy also did run cross country.
Mm.
Scout Snodgrass, same thing. They're both
800 meters.
Allie Hasselman
Allison
out of
Hassan out of Grove.
Grove.
Up
She's
in
the
Kansas, I think. No, never mind. Not J. That's J High School. Never mind.
nope. You
Allie
thought like, yeah,
Hassan,
yeah. Thought KU.
216 Grove. I don't. She has a personal
She
best.
she's 2A and she's the defending champion, I believe, out of 2A. 216.13. I didn't realize she's class of 2027. I mean, she's a sophomore right now. I
Mm-hmm.
did not realize that she was a freshman last year when she was the state champion. Huh. All right. The more you know, I guess. Amadat there,
Yep.
216 as well. That's probably the two big ones. 218 on Emma Robinson getting a little speed there, a
Yeah.
little speed work. Ava Cornelius. Oh, no, we're in the.
100.
I
What's that?
started thinking that Ava Cornelius ran the 800. I was like, speed work out of Ava there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. First time this season we've had someone go under five. I don't
No
know
shock.
if we're counting the girl that went under five at TDF anymore because she's not
Um,
on our like page.
yeah, I don't know. I really
I
don't.
tried to email the coach. He don't know he ever got back to me, but
Mm-hmm.
um, anyways, yeah, I don't know about that one, but
Strange.
Yep, 459. Not shocking, like Colin said.
Nope.
Emma Robinson, though, that's a
501.
massive personal best. I feel like
That
for
makes
sure.
5A so much more interesting.
Yeah, it does, man. Because
Gwyneth
I
Myers.
also haven't seen anything of
Where's she at? Where's she?
North
How's she
Myers.
doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Lurking in the shadows potentially to come out. Maybe an injury, we don't know. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, that's maybe Emma Robinson is running away with it so far. Uh, yeah, unless Gwyneth Myers comes out and runs around that 5 minute mark like she has before.
Yeah.
Charlie Keeley 508 as well. Another big performance out of Charlie Keeley.
Um, Moving down 2 mile once again. 10:46.
Mm-hmm.
She's ran 10:40 and 10:46 now this season. So is she going to do the 2 mile at state? We don't know.
I
I think it's more possible this year than it has been in past years.
I believe so. She's racing a bit more this
Yeah.
year, so I think that's a good sign that she's, ready to go and can handle running 4 events most likely. I imagine she'd run 4x8, 32, 8, 16. So
I,
I'm
so
here
yeah.
for it. I'm here for it at the state meet. I think state meet is all about scoring points. And if you have the ability, maybe a state record. And I know she has the ability to do both, score a lot of points and break records that she has been oh so close to in the past.
Yeah.
So,
There you go. Anything else here, Colin?
not necessarily a lot of kind of what you expect
Yeah.
performances. Ava under 11, Emma Johnson 11:10 for third, Presley there at 4. That doesn't shock me at all. Eva Tice, good performance there,
Uh,
up ahead of some girls that
100-meter
normally,
hurdles.
yep,
Cassidy
long
walked in
jumper.
14:15. Long jumper.
That's taking out Amaya. Those
Yeah.
are your top two. Those are your top two hurdlers, I think, in the state this year.
I'd say
Um,
so, yeah. There hasn't really been anybody
yeah,
else,
we were real spoiled the
as
last
far as
really
I
2 years.
know, that has been up there with them.
We were really spoiled the
Yeah.
last 2 years with Anara and Kayvon last year, both running really fast, coming down the line every single time they raced. I it's really hard to be, to follow that year following. But 4-4-1-5, 14-1-5, 14-3-7, not bad.
Mm-hmm. 300.
Caleb Morgan, Eisenhower, 5A, 5A, 6A.
Oh, 44:15. That is the new
State
top
lead.
time in the state. Yeah.
Yeah, taking out a Maya State lead there.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to get them head to
Um,
head, but they're in literally the opposite corners of the state.
guess you could say anything else that's interesting here is that you've got
Yeah,
two
Lola Smith,
really
they're
close to each other.
closing the gap in, running
Yeah.
basically the same time on the same weekend. So
4x1.
Mustang, not shocked. Claremore there. You don't usually see Claremore with good.
No, yeah,
No,
heck
I
yeah.
don't. Yeah, 5A Claremore.
Four by
Shout out.
four.
A couple under 4 minutes, but again, not too
Yeah.
surprising.
Four by
Um,
eight, nothing really. Well, actually, no, that's good.
Jinx,
Nine
9:29 is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
9:29. Plainview there, 9:48. Not a bad day. I mean, quicker than Edmond North this year.
Uh-huh.
That's 9:51 out of Paul's Valley, one of your better forays. Tulsa Noah, I know they want to. Their coach did come up to me and tell me they want to become OSSAA soon. They're working on that process. Don't know what classification that put them in, but sub 10 minutes is still very
Yeah,
solid.
very solid. Shot put 42.9 1/4. Carly Borgelt.
Mhm.
Believe she's ranked second or third in the state right
Second or
now.
third. It's
Yeah.
with Libby throwing 47, I believe the numbers are correct in my brain.
Uh-huh.
Really hard to measure up with that, but 42 score you some big points to state meet.
No doubt.
If you can keep up in that 40-foot range. 146 out of Ellie Stein.
Hmm.
probably your best discus
She's
thrower
top
in the
of the
state.
state. Yeah, yeah.
But again, this is another event that we were really spoiled last year with Kat Meacham throwing really, really far. So 146, still another solid, very
Mm.
solid performance on the week. Long jump, no
Cassidy
shock
Watkins,
here.
1911. I believe she's top 20 in the country right now.
Yes,
I think.
that has to be.
I just checked that, but I need to check
I
it
know she has
again.
a
But I'm
20
pretty.
foot jump.
Yeah.
So I think if she, yeah, I
So there you
yeah.
go. Anything else here?
Nope. Not off my. Yeah. I
I
jump.
jump.
Nothing.
Maya Williams, 5'6". I think that's
Yeah.
tied with a few others for like fourth
Yeah.
or
It's a
something.
hard event because it's not usually separated by much.
Pole vault, that's not shocking.
Nope.
She's top in the state right now. So there's the last, for the girls, that's the last week. Here's the
The week
boys.
that was big one
Kyler
here.
Brown, this is a huge one,
10-2.
10-2. There's been some confusion on if it actually is like the top time in the state ever. Because if you go on OHS, the guy who has it ran 10-2, 0. And if you go on our site, there's like two others that technically did run under 10-2, and it's
Hmm.
not like at the end of the season, it's in season.
Yeah, but those don't have wind readings. So
Yeah,
for
that's
the 100, I don't like to, especially knowing what we know about the weather of our state,
uh-huh.
I don't like to accept for record purposes. Now we can say all conditions record
Yeah.
of, 10-1-5. Cool. Great.
Uh-huh.
But I think when legal should be the state record for the 100 meter. And I know that's hard to get, not everybody has a wind gauge. And
Yeah.
someone at a small meet somewhere might break it and rightfully potentially break it. But
Uh-huh.
I prefer to have a wind gauge. I know we always have wind gauges at state now. So 10-2, 1.5. If the others don't have wind readings, or if they do and they are above the wind legal limit, then I give it to Kyler Brown. He's my state record holder.
Yeah, no doubt.
I, if there's confusion on the record, and OHS has it also at 10-2 from someone else who we cannot verify the wind on, Kyler Brown needs to run quicker. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. He's got a big season ahead. He's he still has a month left, little less than a month to state, about 3 weeks to state. Here, I would like to see it. I want to see it at state. I want to see the whole stadium do where something I've only seen ever happen at a track meet one time. And this happened at the Great Southwest meet in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Uh-huh.
I ran there the one year I ran there. Matthew Bowling was there to run the 100. And that was the year that Matthew Bowling had his just generational run.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the previous high school national record set by Trayvon Bromell was at that meet. So people were like, hey, he's doing it here too.
Hmm.
The whole stadium went silent
That's
before the
great.
gun went off. Whole stadium silent until the gun
That
goes
doesn't
off.
happen in high school track meets.
I I want that for
Yeah.
Kyler Brown, 5A state championships. I don't care who the other seven guys on the line are. Just let him go. I think he's got it in him. Win legal.
Yeah.
10-1. It could be 10-1-9. Faster the better, obviously. But I mean, I want to see that. I want to see the whole stadium go silent until that gun goes off and you get as loud as possible and help those boys along. But give him the record. Give him the record. He's
Yeah.
got a win verified time. So he can have it 10.57 there out of Caleb Barnett and Gage Spencer 10.52 down
Yeah.
at OBU. I believe Gage Spencer is running at OBU next year. So fun to go
There you
show
go.
out in front of your future team.
Yeah.
But also, Kyler Brown beat a lot of your top guys. So you can't even say like, oh yeah, he ran fast, but like, was it against the best guys? He beat all of your best guys,
Yeah. By
pretty
a lot.
much. Yeah, and it wasn't close.
Yeah.
And they are very good.
Uh-huh.
I've seen them all year.
200. Okay. So I looked into this. I'm not
Yes.
confident that it's the truth. As of now, it kind of does have to stand, but I looked into it because both of these guys, their previous times were like 24, 23, and their
Hmm.
like hundreds were like like 11-0. So I'm calling some BS.
Yeah, I would agree.
But also, it's weird though that would happen because I looked into it here. If it won't take too long to load,
That's like the OKC championships, right?
I don't know. It's at
It's the
Capitol
OKC.
Hill.
Yeah, it's the like
Oh
OKC, like
yeah.
the OKC schools, not like Edmond, not the Metro, just the like Oklahoma City.
See,
It's
so
like their athletic conference.
this looks fine, right?
Yeah,
Like
that
that's
checks out. Yeah.
probably checks out.
Hmm. That doesn't check out as much.
It's this top group. This is all fine down here.
Yeah,
Well, actually, that's a lot of 22s too. But if you click on like James Allen here,
sure. 179, according to this meet. James Allen, John Marshall. He's
well,
10-6
actually,
guy.
well, actually,
Okay, his time checks out.
his
But
time does kind of check.
well, maybe they just had themselves a day.
His
Yeah.
time checks out. Well, the only reason I said it was because A, it's very quick.
Yeah, for sure.
B, look,
24-1, 24-4.
24-4, 24-4-7,
What the
21-0.
heck?
Because I mean, we're talking like a massive.
That's a 3 second in an event that seconds are worlds apart.
Yeah, and two
So
days after he ran 12 seconds in the 100.
yeah, I don't know.
So
That's
I'm
a
calling from the yes. And if he did it, then awesome. For James Allen, that's probably accurate. I mean,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. But kind of interesting there. Can't really quite say that's the, just kind of take that with, with the
A little
potential.
grain of salt of
Yeah,
context of like, huh.
because that's
But
just a little bit weird. Typically, you don't have an athlete jump that much, like out
no.
of nowhere.
No, you never do.
You never really do that. I mean, especially since he is a senior too. Like we would have seen it. So, anyways,
Yeah.
this is legit though.
21-3,
Three.
I believe it. Gage Spencer again, double
Yep.
wins there at OBU. Kyler Brown, win
What
at
a
Claremore,
yeah, dang.
21-4. Keep going down
People
to the
ran fast, man. Yeah.
400 meter.
Colt Moore, 49.78.
Woodward. Oh,
Jackson Krotz, 49.94 out of Moreland. Oh boy.
and you thought Sean's alma mater was good at the 400.
Yeah.
Kratz wouldn't make the 4x4 there, unfortunately.
Oh
So
boy.
love the
And then
kid,
we
but
got Jarek,
Jarek
uh,
50.0
50.0,
for the win.
Keith Evans, 50
Marquise
flat.
Evans was a very good freshman last year.
Yeah.
And then I believe from a reel they tagged us in, we shared he'd been come back from an injury. So yeah, fun stuff.
100, 154. Daniel Davis, he lost to a kid from Arkansas.
Yeah. Good to see him get pushed though. You want to
Yeah,
see that.
yeah.
You want to see like he ran that real quick time, which I
Uh-huh.
believe still stands as the state lead.
Yeah.
Yep, in the open, still stands as the state lead.
Mhm.
But you got to be able to win races. And
Yeah.
so I think getting a guy, even if it's from out of state, that he has to race against, that's going to push him. It's going to be a good experience for him.
Yeah.
Because Harrio is
55.
also very good, and he's run quick. Now he's run quick in relays. He hasn't quite run a super fast like open race, but 155.4 taking on Samuel Russell head to head there. Still a good
Yeah.
day.
That's a pretty
Pretty
close
good.
one.
Yeah.
Rowan Myers, man, 155. We haven't seen him.
55.98, come back.
Yeah.
He some injuries kind of hampered a lot of his cross season, so he didn't get to
Yep.
see as much out of him. But back for track season, love to see it. Pretty mass and
You know
416.
what's absolutely insane about
Yes.
this?
What is
We'll
absolutely
we'll
insane?
get to the mile. When I was running like 4 years ago, like
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, whatever the heck that was, unless it was the last week of the season at state, if you looked at the top 10 times in a single week, 158 would have been two or three.
Yeah. Oh, in a single week, for sure. When we
Yeah.
were in high school, for
Yeah.
sure. You didn't see
It's
a
just
lot of sub twos.
insane to see these kind of things
It
and be
was
like,
it was like a thing when someone broke two, where now it's like,
yeah,
you haven't broke two yet?
exactly. Anyways, 1600, Brody Masson, 416.83. It's a personal best. I think it's fair to say he's probably the favorite right now for the mile, but it's going to be
Yeah,
close.
it's a what how healthy and fit is Noah Thayer? Like actually,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
he 100% of himself? Because I'm not going to count on Noah Thayer
No, I'm not going to
until we
count
see
him
the
out.
race.
I
But I
think
like how Brody Masson has looked. He's looked strong in every event he's run this year. And I
418,
think the
417, 418
mile
again.
is genuinely his
Yeah.
best distance.
Yeah. No
So I
doubt.
think it'll be interesting. I mean, he's gotta beat a guy like Thayer on the day, which is
Uh-huh.
never easy. You never
I
know.
like Matthias too, man. By
Matthias as
himself.
well
417 by himself.
has run
Yeah.
very good times over 3,200. Haven't really got to see him at the lower stuff as strong.
Cameron Langdon, 419 as well.
419. Clay McKinney,
It's,
422
mm-hmm.
for fourth. That was it.
It's
Pretty
a
stacked
fast
race.
race, man. It's a
Pretty
fast.
stacked race
Yeah.
because ninth overall, 427 on a Micah John there.
Jeez. 32, 911 from Zachary Williams.
911.
Uh,
I'm
uh,
the president of the Zachary Williams Hate Club. I hope he runs so slow the rest of the year. Arcadia is
9,
not real. They run 3,000 meters.
911. That's a pretty big personal best for him. I don't know if we have anybody this year that can break nine,
I don't think so.
but I
I
think
don't
it would
think
be
nine's gonna
someone
get
get
broken
closer
this year.
to that. Yeah, I don't. It.
I think
It just.
this
I
is
don't see it. You know.
I kind of figured he'd be between 910 and 920, and hey, he's at 911. So,
Yeah.
checks out. I don't
Um.
think you're gonna run very quick here in the state, because he's never gonna have a race as strong as Arcadia
No.
or with probably good weather conditions because he lives in Cache, and that's in Western Oklahoma, where most of his meets are gonna have terrible weather and no competition.
Mhm.
And he's in 4A, which
Um.
nobody in 4A is gonna touch him at this event unless he decides to make it slow.
939. Oh yeah, 939 from Cameron Langdon. Not surprising.
Solid. I mean, a lot of solid performances from the rest of the way out.
Noah Thayer ran.
They ran 951.
I
Southern
did it
Oklahoma Invitational.
probably by
And
himself, but
by
amazing.
himself. Yeah, again, is he going,
Oh,
is that 100% of himself on the day? Or is this like I just want to go win? 157. Yeah, it's 417. I don't know. I'm really
interesting.
I'm really befuddled by where is he at?
Yeah.
Well,
110,
Britt McCune leading again this week.
1436.
Keaton
Not
Johnson
really
closing.
surprising. I mean, yeah,
No,
no.
no, that's not.
300, Travion White, 3942.
I
Um,
don't have anything on that.
last
Just
week. Yeah.
we have a
What about
couple of 38s already. So I don't know.
4181 from Booker T. Washington?
Booker T.
They won. I don't know, and they beat Owasso.
Owasso beat Jinx
They beat
and
Union
Deer
Jinx.
Creek
Yeah.
and Tulsa Union head to head at the Union meet. So big scalps to take.
4x4. Carl Albert 320.
Carl Albert was very good at the 400 last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
They had a
They
guy
had.
who literally had the state lead last year
Yep.
at state, ran out of his mind.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, good for them.
320.
Yeah. 4x8, 759 from Lincoln
I feel like
Christian.
Lincoln Christian runs just a hair under 8 minutes every time they run it. Or
Edmund
like
North,
7:59.
806. Okay, nothing really crazy there. Shot put, Joseph Swallow in
Ooh, we're getting
51.
so
And,
close to a 60-foot mark.
well, we're getting
We've got
there.
two guys there. MacArthur, Sean Hughes.
Yeah.
We're getting so close. Let's get 60 feet. I want to see a couple more 60 feet guys. And I
I think,
believe that's two different divisions.
yeah.
So we can have a 6A and a 5A.
Yep. That'd be awesome. Discus, Dan Newton, 180.
180.
Oh, that's good.
Big throw there at Carl Albert, which, speaking of big discus throws, world record was broken yet again at Ramona
Oh, really?
by Alekna.
Damn.
Broke the record again in a duel where both he and Matt Denny went over the previous world record. Matt Denny is the, I believe, world bronze medalist from Australia.
Hmm.
But yeah, they had a pretty good. And Valerie Allman, I think, broke her own American record for like the 12,000th time up there. So shout out
Jeez.
professional track and field right now.
Mm-hmm.
They needed
Long
shout out by
jump.
me.
Atticus Thompson, 24 feet.
Yeah,
Not shocking. Once again, he's best in the state.
best guy in the state at that event. Daniel Yebbett making it interesting in the
Yeah,
6A
yeah.
division, jumping a bit farther than Caleb Barnett. So
High
interesting.
jump, Braden Cox,
Six
6'8".
eight. Yebbett
Daniel
six
Gebbett,
eight.
8. Graham
Graham
Murphy,
Murphy.
6.
It's crazy because we go only 6'6" out of him because he's jumped 7 feet and a quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. Pole vault, Wesley Turner,
16'3".
16'3" is,
I'm so happy he's gonna be around for a couple of years. I think our pole vault records are not the strongest.
I think he can for sure. He can
And
for
I
sure.
want to see that like Emily Cloutier did it last year where she made the women's record exponentially better. Wesley Turner can do the same thing with the men's, and he's got not just 1 year where she had like a year. She
Yeah.
was she was new to the sport, hadn't been jumping very long, versus Wesley Turner, who's got till
Long time,
2027.
probably. Yeah.
2 more years. This year and 2 years to break
Yep.
it. So love to see that. Sean, we're to that time of the episode where we need Sean's life advice. I'm down on my luck and really just need someone to pick me up and lead me and guide me on a path
Yeah.
towards, self-improvement
Well,
here.
I always forget what I said the week before.
Hey, again, like I've told you before, if it speaks to you twice, it speaks to you twice. Like, it's fine.
You get up in the morning, get some sunlight, drink some drink some water, get some sunlight, and it'll help a lot. And make your bed. Do
Make your
those
bed.
three things, and you'll conquer the day.
There you go. That is exactly what you said last week.
Yep.
So, hey, I spoke to you twice. So,
Spoke to
the
me
kids at
twice.
home trying to get ready for state, want to be a state
Oh,
champion for the first time, maybe, want to set a PR next week, et cetera, et cetera. Listen to
sunlight,
Sean Rutledge. As you can tell, he needs all the sunlight and
water,
water,
make
and
bed.
God bless the Thunder.
Yes. Yes. Oh boy.
Alrighty, that's it from us. I don't know if we're definitely going to state. We're definitely going to
Yeah,
state.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to do anything in April.
I don't know, man. OU getting canceled and us being
Yeah,
busy
that
has
kind of
been,
screwed us.
but here we are.
We'll be at state.
For sure, state. Yeah. Anyway, see you guys when we see you.